What's going on, my people? It's your boy Smooth Blaze, and I would like to welcome you to Play Your Cards Right Networking, Session 3, Part 3. Now, before we get into some of the things that happened on last week and things that will be occurring for this week, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my page. Also, select all on that notification bell so you do not miss one video. Now, previously on last week, we discussed learning how your partner plays. It's essential to know exactly how your partner plays in order to be able to read them from a non-verbal side of it, or body language. You have to be able to read body languages essentially, so that in a situation, the tone versus how their actions are portrayed match. So for this week, now that we already got our partner ready, it's really time for us to build trust in the partner that we're playing against. Because in spades, if you don't trust your partner, you really pretty much gonna lose every time. But when you're building that trust with your partner, just remember this: it's important to develop chemistry. I repeat, it is important to develop good chemistry. Now, the best way to define chemistry is an interaction between people working together. And typically when you're working together, there's one common goal that you want to tackle. It could be getting 7 books, it could be getting 4 books, could be getting the markets that you have for your business, or it could be getting enough retention for education so that your doors can stay open. There's different things that you have to do in order for you to work not only by yourself but as a unit, so that you get things done. So as we go deeper in, I have one question for you. Does your chemistry play a major role in your current circle? Now, we all have people that we fool with. We have people on a personal level, on a professional side, that we interact with on a continual basis. Let's just really think to ourselves, does the chemistry that we have in our circle play a major role in how far or how much resistance we get from our group? So just take time to reflect on that. Now, there are 3 components that will show why good chemistry is such an important component to have on an effective team. Now make sure you take a little time, get you a pen and pad, and write this down. And if you miss any of these 3 important components of it, just run that video back and you can get all the information you need. Now, the first thing, or the first component, and why good chemistry is such an important thing when it's dealing with a team, is 1, cooperation. I think a lot of times cooperation is one of the biggest barriers that we have as it relates to working with somebody else and being able to confine to what they say, whether or not we agree or disagree with them. There's always a way to agree to disagree and be able to go as a majority and move forward based on that aspect. So cooperation is essential to be effective and efficient when you're dealing with a team as a unit. Number 2, productivity. In order to know how effective and efficient we move with a team, we have to be able to measure our productivity. It could be short-term goals, it could be long-term goals. It could be you need to hire 30,000 people within the 6-month frame, or we need 92 technicians for this role by the end of June 2022. So there are so many ways you can measure productivity, and then it also can go from that perspective as well as chemistry, or how well y'all work together. Because if you have a lot of tainted or dysfunction, productivity will be hindered. So you always got to keep that in mind. So the second one deals with productivity. Now, the last thing that we will hit upon deals with the importance of loyalty. This is essential because when there is no loyalty on a team, there's no way it can be effective or efficient. Meaning that loyalty is kind of the foundational piece of this. Because if I know that you got my back and you're going to have my best interest at heart on a personal note and on a business side, I have nothing to worry about. And I know that no matter what situation or what other opportunities come your way, you're going to say, no matter what it is, I'm still going to be loyal to this person because of the track record that we have, because of the chemistry we have, just because we're produced things for so long that loyalty means everything to me. So in order for you to have an effective and efficient team, you have to always have a person or persons that will be loyal to you, because at the end of the day, they can find out and figure out things that you may not be able to see. But when you have disloyalty within a team, what happens is that you get negative results. And people will start to turn on you versus being on the same page as everyone else. But now that we know the 3 good chemistry pieces that are important to be an effective team member, I have 2 questions I need to ask you. Does your circle have these essential items to be effective as a unit? Does your circle have loyalty? Does your circle have productivity? Does your circle has cooperation? These components are important for you to navigate in whatever space you're trying to navigate, from a personal side and a business side. So just always keep that in mind. And if so, or if not, what are some ways that you can improve your team chemistry? Sometimes it's good to think outside of the box. If you're on a team or you're the person over a team, try to figure out a way to get the morale to come back up, which can improve on cooperation, which can improve on productivity, which can improve on loyalty, because you care more, not necessarily about the job that needs to be done, but you care about the individual, valuing the individual versus valuing yourself. So always remember these 2 things. Does your circle have these essential items to be effective as a unit? And if not, what are some ways that you can improve your team chemistry? Now, as we close, I would like to thank you for just coming out and just listening to me, because at the end of the day, you could be doing whatever you want to be doing, but I'm glad I'm able to drop this knowledge and drop this information and have some tips for you to move forward in this avenue. But please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my page. Also, do not forget to select all on that notification bell so you will not miss one video. This is your boy Smooth Blaze, and I'm signing out. But before we go, make sure you remember this phrase. We cannot control the hand that was dealt for us, but we can move with a purpose. I repeat, we cannot control the hand that was dealt for us, but we can move with a purpose. It's your boy, Smooth Blaze, and I'm signing out. Peace and love.